A group of disgruntled ex-Liberal MPs could play a pivotal role in deciding who wins the South Australian election. Sky News spoke to one Rebel MP who's threatening to withhold support if his former Liberal colleagues are re-elected, unless there's a cash splash in his electorate.
It's been a tumultuous 6 months for first-term MP Dan Cregan, who represents the seat of Cavill in the Adelaide Hills. He was elected as a Liberal in 2018 but defected from the party in October.
Well, I wasn't satisfied that the government had a plan for my rapidly growing community. When I stood as a candidate, I took 6 months off and campaigned for the government. The centrepiece policy for the Adelaide Hills was GlobeLink. Soon after the election, the government stepped away from that particular plan on economic grounds, and I was really down at heart about it.
For former SA Liberal leader Isabel Redmond, who mentored Dan Cregan, the betrayal is a blow, calling Dan Cregan's defection, which later saw him team up with Labor to become the Parliament Speaker, one of the grubbiest things she's seen in politics.
I am so deeply disappointed that I've been spending every day up here handing out how to vote at the pre-poll, because I think that what he did was really deeply dishonest and a slap in the face for all those Liberals who had worked hard to get him elected.
Isabel and I have a different view about how to serve the needs of this particular community, my community. Isabel doesn't live in the hills anymore. I like Isabel, but I would also ask that she respect the reasons that I've come to.
Dan's departure followed a string of other Conservatives leaving the Liberals, the party dominated by the moderate faction. Waite MP Sam DeLuc moved to the crossbench in early 2020 after a drunken incident at a Christmas party saw him accused of assault, although he was later acquitted. A year on, Narunga MP Fraser Ellis fled following fraud allegations, plunging the Marshall government into minority. The Liberals need to win 2 more seats to form government in its own right. Labor needs to pick up 5. A hung parliament is possible, which will see these independents become kingmakers.
Well, as I've said previously, my instinct is to support the government, but the government must support my community, and I'm calling on the government to match that commitment.
Labor, on the other hand, has promised $220 million for a hospital in his electorate. A welcome sweetener, but for now he's remaining tight-lipped on which leader will have his support if he retains his seat as an independent.
Well, it's important to have competitive tension to ensure that there is a real focus on all of our needs.
Julia Bradley, Sky News in Cavill.
And coming up next hour on the program, South Australian Premier Stephen Marshall. He'll be joining us live at 7 a.m. South Australian time, 7:30 Eastern Daylight Time.